Hi everyone, this is Hamish. He's an 8-year-old Trakehner Gelding. He and I are new partners and we've been together for about 10 weeks now. He came home to live with me just about 5 weeks ago. This piece of clip right here, when Hamish arrived, he had never learned to back up, either online, on the ground, or in the saddle. So right now I'm helping him learn that by asking him to drop his head and back up softly and put effort into backing up. We started doing this because if I stand in zone 1 and ask him to back up, his head pops up and his back gets hollow. So this is what I'm doing with him. I'm applying a little bit of driving game with some porcupine to help him learn to back up softly and with his head down. So these are early days for us. We've been playing through the 7 games. I'd say we're solid level 2, moving into level 3 at this point. My goal with him is to focus on dressage performance. So I'm looking at putting a strong natural belly foundation on him with the intention of moving towards dressage performance. I'm really pleased with his maintain gait, maintain direction on the circle. He's very balanced with his whoa and go, and he's very responsive. So he very quickly picked up the 7 games, and he's very light already at this point. Very settled in his gaits. In this piece of clip right here, I am playing with straight on the circle, so having him bend on the circle and getting him to use his body, move his ribs away from me and tip his nose towards me. And he's a little stiff going to the left, so I've been playing with this side a little more than going to the right to help him balance up. Right here he noticed a deer off in the far field, so I lost his attention for a few minutes, and every time he came around he had to have a little peek to see what was going on. His draw to me is improving. Initially we didn't have any kind of draw at all, and he would sort of plant his feet and stare at me, but he is drawing a little better. I'm pretty pleased with how soft and how little it takes. Riding Hamish, like I said, he's really balanced with his whoa and go. Primarily he's been ridden using the reins, although he had a really good upbringing and he's been really well handled. He's very sensitive to the bit and is very bracy. As soon as I touch the bit at all, he just braces through his jaw and his neck and his mouth. So I've been playing with helping him find relaxation under saddle, mostly to do with the reins. I use the fluidity technique of combing the reins to help him drop his head and just relax. We're doing that at the walk and the trot. My goal is to shift so that he will respond the same way to me picking up the savvy string. He will just automatically drop his head and relax. You notice here that I've been using a little bit of suspension rein to get him to ask him to flex to the inside and to relax through the jaw. I'm rewarding as soon as he does that. His upward transitions I find really, really nice. He puts a lot of effort into, but not, he's not crazy with his feet. He stays fairly relaxed. At this point, I'm just focused on getting a strong seat connection and helping him with that. His downward transitions are a little, kind of falls into them, and I'm hoping with some conditioning and with developing his muscles and his flexibility and his suppleness, that will improve. So as I mentioned in the words that I put ahead of this video, um, I'm just looking for some input on developing a horse, especially developing a horse for sport. Um, I'm pretty focused. I've been enlisting the help of my early professionals, so I'm pretty focused. I have a pretty clear picture on what I'm doing right now with Hamish and the next few steps. But of course, any input is always helpful. So anything you see here um, would be valuable. And of course, we have to add in a little bit of canter just because it's so much fun.